Hi Leo, welcome to your Heart's Truth reading for July 15th-ish through August 14th-ish. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, it could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus. Hello, Venus sign. Okay, that was sloppy. All right, Leo, what do we got here for Leo? Leo, harsh truth. Okay, Leo. Ace of Pentacles. Star card, also, baby. Could be Aquarius. Hierophant, that could be Taurus. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Swords, two aces, nice. Seven of Cups, two of Pentacles. Okay, alrighty here, so. Oopsie. Well, you don't trust somebody. So you don't trust somebody, but it's like you're doing this. Okay, but hold on a minute. Let me get ahead of myself here. What's this star card about? I don't think there's anything to do about that. It's interesting. This isn't about... Oh, we got two sevens here. Okay, so it is about trust and someone telling you the truth and receiving information. And it's trust specifically related to being able to count on what they say so you can build a future on that or a foundation. So this is not something to resolve, rather something to adjust to. This is something that you take the information and that's what you're working with, but you're not ending the situation and you're not really progressing with the situation. It's kind of in limbo and you're still, are you still engaged? It feels like you're still engaged, but involved. And instead of acting on realizing that you can or can't this or that with someone, you're acknowledging that you can or can't, and then you're still, it's like you're containing it, which is a really good idea because then you have a chance to kind of observe it and test it as you continue to interact. And I know it's sounding really clinical, but sometimes there's being really quick to just jet on out of there and it might not be the best course of action. All right, what's this Seven of Pentacles? Whoopsie, Seven of Pentacles for Leo. Eight of Wands. Okay. All right. This is Hierophant about Taurus. Two of Swords. Okay. It's this Ace of Swords. Okay, so that it could very well be that you're just not good at that. You want solutions and movement and because you're, for the Leos I'm reading for, you could be quite dynamic and a go-getter and really wanting to move at much more of a clip. And this is watching and waiting and seeing. It also could be you deciding that you can't. It's like you're going back and forth between, okay, since I don't know what's going on, maybe I should just not involve myself at all, or should I watch and wait and see what happens? And I think that's the crux, is like, I think it's very difficult for the Leos I'm reading for to give something time or to see if it'll pan out with this particular situation or person, because I think you've been here before. And this is about perhaps forgiveness and you deciding whether it's worth the risk to give them a second chance or to invest in this further with someone. And it's almost like you just wish you knew the answer. You wish it was, 8, 9, 10 months from now and you just were in a different place. This waiting and having to see or having to deliberate is like, yeah. All right, what's this Ace of Swords? It could very well be because you don't have all the information. Maybe if you had all the information, you wouldn't mind. You could let it run its course because you'd have what you needed to do to position yourself or to act accordingly. But the developing as it goes, that's frustrating for the Leos I'm reading for. Okay, Ace of Swords, Judgment. That could be, that's that whole wanting to be able to be in a position where you're understanding it from hindsight. You know, you're out in front of it now, you're looking back on it, understanding. This is Cancer, Scorpio, or Sagittarius. What's this Seven of Cups for Leo? No, let's do this Two of Pentacles. What's this Two of Pentacles for Leo? Two of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Good. This is Seven of Cups. So it's like, okay, there it is. You're taking your own advice, or you're taking what I said earlier. You're doing it. This is you. As much as it's like frustrating and you're still very willing to be open, but you're not fully immersed or engaged in something because you simply you don't have all the facts and information to make a complete whole decision, and you're going against what is comfortable for you, for the Leos I'm reading for. And leaving yourself open and adjusting as you go. So I think you've let somebody back into the fold here. What else for Leo? You've let someone back in, and you're, as much as you're like, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea, you're taking it as it goes. Death, what's that? Okay, so we got Death, that could be Scorpio. What else for Leo? Let's see. King of Cups. All right, that could be Pisces. So we got Scorpio and Pisces. Okay, so this is either you accepting someone back into the fold and seeing how it goes and measuring as you go the behavior. And it's really, you don't have all the information. You have to be open to remain, or commit to remaining to be open to see what comes. And that's not comfortable for you, but you're going to do it. Or this is you adjusting after you've cut some things out of your life that were not beneficial. Like you've decided it's in your best interest to just completely cut things off, but the silence is killing you. The not communicating, the not talking about what happened or anything like that. And you're having, the future is unknown. You're writing it as you go. So that, it could be that if it's not welcoming someone back in, this is you creating as you go. And that's really hard for you, because you feel like a little shaky about it, and it's an adjustment, and you're wanting to keep yourself busy so that you don't waffle. And the thing is that what I mentioned earlier about just because you're waffling and you're so confused and you're this and that, that doesn't mean to reach out to them. It means you give it a container and you still do your day-to-day. That is not meant to be resolved, at least with anybody else, but within yourself. That's saying, hey, look at me, examine me, interview me, ask me questions, ask me why you get this way when you think of that person. That's the lesson, or that's the what your job is with this. It's not about when you get uncomfortable, you go running this way or that way. It's about containing it and still doing your day and still having one foot in front of the other. The camera cut off, so I'm not sure what happened, but still filming. Anyway, so I think you've got someone that, if you're dealing with someone, this could be a person that is wanting that second chance, that new beginning, wanting to maybe show that they've changed, or will you give me a chance to change with you? Will you give me something, some kind of access to you? And your approach to that is guarded and considered as you progress. Not too shabby. It speaks to you being, trying to be open and to see what comes. It's, for the Leos I'm reading for, it's not very easy. This is someone that wishes they could be better or different. And I think you wish for that too. That's why you're still considering, or you're waffling with this person, because there's a lot there for both of you. But trust is an issue here. I feel like you just don't know if you can rely on this person. And so they've been through an ordeal. They've come out the other side of it recently, and that's why they're coming back around again, is because they've just been through something, and they're having second thoughts about how you two either ended or how you've been interacting, and they want to try for change after what they've been through. I think they're hoping that you'll see it that way. But I think you're very wise with wanting to give it time and see what develops, and committing to keeping your daily routine that you set up for yourself so you don't get sidetracked, because you're already kind of sidetracked with this anyway. You're already preoccupied. So the trick is keeping yourself busy. And as much as you want to be further down the road looking back at this going, oh yes, I made the right decision, that's not going to happen. Obviously, you know that. It's going to be one of those things that you assess, judge, and build as you go, and make those decisions as you go. All right. Really hope this is filming and I'm not muted. What else for Leo? Because I can't see myself on the big screen right now, or the monitor. Emerging. All right. So this is coming out after, this is re-emerging after having gone through something, and you're making choices for your future, benefiting yourself, but you're committed to that, but inside you're going back and forth with yourself, and that's okay. That's okay. That's how you keep yourself in check, right? So you might be afraid or like, oh, but you're doing it, and what I mean by doing it is you're wrestling with it instead of looking to over here for the answer or going over there. You're containing it and trying to understand it, and you're allowing it to be the warning system that it's supposed to be. That it's not like, oh, I'm just being paranoid, or no. You pay attention to it. It's there for a reason. It's your intuition working for you. You're doing right by listening to it and wanting to know what it's all about, and whatever this new progression is, adjusting to it as you go, because that's checks and balances right there. That's you not getting ahead of yourself and then ending up heartbroken in 3 months. People are not giving themselves away like they used to. Honest to goodness, people are starting to really be careful about their energy and time, and it's like everybody's taking a second look at things, which is really great. Whoopsie, wrong deck. Okay. That's for Leo. Empress. All right. Could be Taurus, Libra, or Aries. I like this because this is either your state of mind going forward for yourself, or this is you kind of hoping that this is still possible with this person who's saying, hey, I've been through it. I have a different outlook. I'm changed. I'm different. Do you think we could, I mean, this might be a platonic involvement, or them wanting to, which if you've been involved before, sometimes it's possible, sometimes it isn't. So, but this is someone believing what they're saying as far as the sincerity and authenticity about giving them a second chance, or having some kind of room for them in your life. So this speaks to embarking on a creative journey with someone, or just for your future. But could speak to the fact that you felt like you two were a really good fit with each other. This could also be that you're just like, oh my gosh, it could be that someone reaches out after a long lost, or quite some time, and you're just, you got the butterflies and it's all you can think about, and you're just like so preoccupied. It could be a fun thing, not so much okay. It could be a fun thing, because this I don't know, this feels like the potential, So hello. Well, and if it's not a person, this is just you working at stability and kind of creating as you go, and not really sure about what's going to happen, but you're going to stick to it. And we got good things to come. We got stability and flourishing coming for you. What else for? Okay, so this is, I can see my little dot there. That's 8 of Swords. Yay! 2 of Pentacles and on its side, and 8 of Swords reversed. I like it. Do you know why? Because you're not afraid anymore. You're open. This isn't being wide open and yes, all is forgiven. Just run right over and no. No, this is you adjusting to your new normal, or adjusting to things as you go, measuring the behavior and making sure you can actually trust that this person is worthy of your investment. And you're not afraid. You're not letting it keep you from participating or planning or desiring or you're not going to let that stop you. It's trying through the cry. You got to try through the cry. Okay, so that's what that is. You're not going to let the fear stop you. You're open, and You're gonna see as you go. And I think when I say being open, you're not guarded. You're truly being open to anything new that you see, because I think you don't want to judge this situation too harshly. I think you're really wanting to just, even with or without this person, you're wanting to move past this because you're wanting to get to brighter days ahead. So part of that is not being locked into a certain opinion. It's like, well, if you think that, if you have to be guarded, why are you around them? You recognize that. So you're not kind of harboring all of this and kind of prejudging a situation or someone. You're actually like, you know what? And maybe that's why there's all this angst or kind of like this about everything, because you would like to, it'd be much easier to prejudge and go on that premise. But you're staying open and you're committed to doing or gauging your behavior and your interaction as you find out information, which is a really good place to be. So, you're doing it right, Leo. Good for you. Okay, all right, I'm ending here. Thank you for stopping by, Leo. Happy birthday to you. Much love to you for this next coming 6 weeks-ish. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Okay, you take care.